Hello, class of 2023. This is Mr. Castañeda, your Assistant Principal of Curriculum Instruction and Guidance. I'm super excited to be sharing information finally for the 22-23 school year. So I'm going to be going over some of that information and how to fill out your registration form. I know you've heard a lot of different things and rumors, and so I'm here to share all of that information with you and then walk you through how to fill out the course registration form, which should be super simple. We will be doing course registration in your U.S. history classes starting next week. And so we want to make sure that you're prepared, ready to go with your course registration forms filled out. All right, so let's get started. So yes, you've heard that we are switching to a different bell schedule, and what you heard is correct. We are moving to an 8-period block schedule next school year for the 22-23 school year. So the 8-period block has many benefits, and so I'm going to walk you through some of those. I know that there's a lot of different things and there's a lot of miscommunication out there, so I'm going to help you understand what the benefits are for the 8-period block schedule. So first of all, it gives students greater flexibility and it gives you more options in selecting courses. And so if you have ever had difficulty in completing some of your courses, or you wanted to complete a CTE pathway, but you just couldn't fit that other class, with this 8-period block schedule, now you are able to do that. And so, again, this just gives more flexibility and more options to students. It continues to offer students fewer classes each day, each school day to focus on. So either 3 or 4 classes a day instead of having those daily 6 classes that we used to have back in the day. It also incorporates the embedded academic support during each of those class periods. So right now that exists, but we're going to be focusing on that a little bit more next school year. Student athletes would have athletics during periods 7th and 8th, so that way they don't miss as much class time, and that also allows them to take an additional class. And then students also will have the possibility of recovering credits during the school day. So for a lot of you seniors, next school year, you might be in a situation where you're behind in credits. And so this schedule is actually going to assist you, because then you will be able to complete some of those credits during the school day and catch up, so that way you're back on graduation track. And then in terms of everybody else, class sizes will be smaller, and that's super helpful for everyone. It creates a better learning environment for all of you if there's less students in a class, and so that'll be the great thing in some of your classes. That'll be helpful. Okay, so what does the 8-period block do for students? Well, students would be required to take their 6 classes in 7th through 11th grade and their minimum 5 classes in 12th grade, just like they do now. So nothing changes in that respect. There's a lot of things out there that you have to take 7 classes, that you have to take 8 periods in a day. You do not if you don't want to. Again, you're just required to take either the 6 in 7th through 11th grade or the 5 in 12th grade that you are required to take, just like now. You do have that option, though, to extend your day. Again, if you'd like to take some special courses that you haven't had the opportunity to take during your time here at Bellflower Middle and High School. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. So students would have the option of extending their day and adding classes to their schedule to be college and career ready upon graduation. So students will now be able to complete their A through G college requirements, complete a career technical, a CTE pathway, which is something that we're really looking at strengthening. A lot of you have taken the first course in a CTE pathway, but haven't gotten to that second course. And so we want more students to complete a CTE pathway. And actually, if you weren't aware, if you complete a CTE pathway, you actually get one of these medals for graduation, and so you're able to, get honored if you complete a CTE pathway. And so we want to make sure that we honor you and that you complete something, so that way you are college and career ready. In addition, you're also now able to enroll in visual art classes and performing arts classes, which you may not have been able to do prior if your schedule didn't allow it. And then enroll in language classes as well. So if you want the seal of biliteracy, make sure that you complete that language requirement by enrolling in the AP Spanish class, or by enrolling in that Spanish 4 class. So now there's more flexibility and there's more options, and so that's the benefit of this. Students behind on credits, again, this also helps those students. They will be enrolled in courses to recover their credits during the extended periods, and so at least now it's part of the school day, whereas before we were reliant only on 0 period and 7th period. Now it'll be part of the school day between 8:30 and 3:36 p.m. And then if students take only 6 or 5 classes, they will have the flexibility and provide their preference of either starting later at approximately 10:15 a.m. and attending classes during periods 3 through 8, which they would end at 3:36 p.m., or they could start at 8:30 in the morning, as we do now, and attending classes during periods 1 through 6 and leaving earlier, approximately around 2 p.m. So again, that flexibility in providing your preference. Student athletes would have athletics during 7th period and could have practices during 8th period, so opening up that afternoon as well. So what is the difference between 6-period block schedule and an 8-period block schedule? Well, here you can see that. There are 4 block periods within a school day. The class periods will be 92 minutes long, which that means that they're actually shorter than they are now. Currently, the classes are 103 minutes long, so we're shaving some minutes off of those class periods. Separate lunchtime for middle school and high school. So we will go back to 2 separate lunches, which we used to have before. And so this schedule also allows us to do that now. We are going to focus, again, like I mentioned earlier, embedded academic support time will take place during the end of the block period. And then class sizes will be smaller, which helps provide a better learning environment for students. Again, this block schedule is focused on student success. We want to make sure that you're successful in all of your classes, that you meet your graduation requirements, your A through G requirements, that you complete pathways. And so that's really what we're focused on. We want to make sure that you are ready for college and career, whatever option you choose after you graduate here at Bellflower High School. So now we are going to get into the fun part, how to fill out your course registration form. So you are going to be getting your yellow course registration form from your U.S. history teacher, and your job is this weekend to fill it out and to make sure that you bring it back on Monday, so that way you are ready to go for registration. Registration will start on Tuesday. You will be heading to meet with each of your counselors, and then they will meet with you, and then they will enter your courses for next school year. So that'll be important for you to map out and figure out this weekend, so that way you know what you're going to register for next school year. So the first thing that you're going to do on your course registration form is that you are going to select the 5 or 6 classes that you plan to take in 12th grade, just like you do now. So your English class, everyone's required to take English. Your government class, everybody's required to take government. You must take econ, so you need to take care of that. And then as a senior, you do need to take either science or math. And so you're going to select that. And then you are going to select your electives. Okay. So you're going to select 6 in the order of preference. And the reason why you're selecting 6 electives is just in case your first option is full. Okay. We don't anticipate that, but we want to make sure that we have plan A, B, C, D, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that's why we ask you to select 6 courses in the order of preference, so that way we can plug you into whatever is available. I do want to point out that we do have a new course offering, and we're super excited as well to now offer computer science. And computer science is actually a math course that is approved as an additional year of math. And so if you want to take that opportunity, computer science would be exciting. The class will be focusing on coding and creating apps and working on all of those components. So if that's something that is up your alley, take advantage of the computer science course option. Those 6 electives that I was talking about, there will be a preference table located on the back of the form. That is where you are going to write out your different elective choices in the order of preference. So elective choice 1 through elective choice 6. Which one is your top choice, and which one would you be okay with? 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And there's several options. You have from the different departments, you have ASB, you have Link Crew, you have all of the visual arts, so ceramics, art, performing arts, you have all of the singing groups, all the choral groups, you have band, and then we have world languages. Again, if you want that seal of biliteracy, make sure you complete that path, that course of study, so that way you can get that seal. The CTE pathways, you want to make sure that if you already took one course, take that completer course, so that way you can get this medal and wear it at graduation next year. And then if you want any other options, or you have any other desires to try other classes, this is the opportunity to do that. And then the last part of your registration form, you are going to select your preference on whether you would like to participate in an extended day. And that means participating in 7 and or 8 classes. If you are behind in credits, you will most likely need to be scheduled in an extended day schedule. Your counselors will talk to you about that. But if you are only participating in 7 periods or less, please provide your preference on which periods you prefer to be off. So you'll see various options there. If you're taking 7 classes, do you want to be off during 1st or 8th period? If you are only taking 6 classes, do you want to be off during 1st and 2nd, during 1st and 8th, or during 7th and 8th? Again, but these are all just preferences, so we can't guarantee anything. It's all based on class availability during the day. So it all depends on how the classes are filled up during the school day. And so we are just taking this into consideration, and that's why we are asking for your preference. And again, it's not guaranteed, but we will try our best to meet that. And then you will be asked to select your post-secondary plan after graduation. So what is it that you plan on doing after high school? Are you going to attend a 4-year college or university, a community college, career technical school, join the military, or go into the workforce? Please have those conversations with your counselors. If you are 1 or 2 classes away from completing your A through G requirements, complete those A through G requirements. Make sure that you keep those options open, and you make that decision at the end of your senior year. A lot of times, seniors think about it after the fact, and they wish they could have done it. And so now you really have the opportunity, again, going back to those options and flexibility, take the opportunity to complete those A through G requirements, and again, apply to college, apply for financial aid, and then you can make that decision in the spring of next school year. So that way you are not forced or stuck in a certain path that maybe you might not be happy with. And so that's really all that I have for you in terms of the registration form. It's pretty simple. Just make sure that you fill it out. You circle or highlight your options for your electives. Make sure that you write them in the preference that you prefer, and that you have it ready to go with signatures, your signature, and a parent guardian signature ready to go, turned into your teacher by Monday. And so that way you are good to go when your counselors meet with you starting on Tuesday. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your counselor or myself. Send me an email, and I will try my best, and your counselors will try their best to answer your questions. And if not, again, you will be meeting with your counselors next week. We are looking forward to meeting with each of you and getting you scheduled for next school year. It's a big and exciting year. Rising seniors, start getting used to that. Sounds good. But there's a lot of work ahead. College applications and financial aid applications. And so we're trying our best to prepare you and get you ready for 2023. All right. See you all next week.